Okay, bros. We're here for your weekly NXT Fix, featuring the ever so popular bro ratings. Now, here's your host. Okay, bros, I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson, and we're here for another episode of your weekly NXT Fix. We're coming off of TakeOver in your house, and NXT is about to get shook up. Literally. There's some crazy things that went down this week, bros. And let's just start with our opening segment, General Manager William Regal with an in-ring interview after his ominous words at the end of TakeOver. Bros, William Regal came out teary-eyed, very emotional, talking about his many great things he did in his 7 years in NXT. And he says, I think it's time. I don't think I can give you what you deserve anymore, so it's time. And Karrion Kross comes out. He says, Regal, you're absolutely pathetic. Why don't you just tell everyone what you want to do? Just quit and walk away. Get out of here. You can't run this show anymore. I run this show. Well, cue the music of Samoa Joe. That's right. Joe. Joe comes out looking like a badass. He stands face to face with Karrion Kross. And then William Regal says, you know what? I want Joe to be the next general manager. Samoa Joe says, absolutely not. But he will help William Regal. And William Regal says, you know what? I haven't even thought about that, but all right, let's do that. But under two conditions. Number one, if you're going to be the new NXT enforcer, I don't know if they use the word enforcer, but we're going to call it enforcer here on the OK Bros show. One, Samoa Joe is not a competitor. And number two, he cannot lay hands on anyone unless provoked. And Samoa Joe said, fine, let's do it. And just stares down Kross. Joe accepts, and he goes, I just have one question for everyone. Turns and looks at Karrion Kross. He goes, what the hell are you still doing in here? Because time's up, young champion. And Kross leaves. What a fantastic opening segment here on NXT. Really shakes up the landscape here with Samoa Joe and William Regal taking control over a chaotic few months in NXT. Fantastic opening segment, bros. We're going to give this one a 8.5 on the bro ratings. Moving on, in-ring action, we have a tag team match. Imperium versus Breezango. That's right, Fabian Eichner and Martel Bartel versus Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Decent tag team match. Not the greatest. Breezango got the win with a surprise roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Afterwards, Imperium beat down Tyler Breeze, laid an Imperium flag over him. So I guess this feud's continuing. Not the greatest between the two teams. We'll see where this one goes. Bros, we're going to give this one a 7.2 on the bro ratings. Moving on. Adam Cole, baby, and Kyle O'Reilly are brawling backstage. Chaos ensues. William Regal comes in, breaks things up, announced they will face each other in a traditional wrestling match at the upcoming Great American Bash in July. And next week, since they want competition, they're going to pick their opponents, and they're going to both be in action next week. Well, Adam Cole breaks free, pushes Samoa Joe out of the way, and then Samoa Joe takes off his jacket and pretty much says, okay, we're going to do this. Locks in the coquina clutch and chokes out Adam Cole. Slams him on the ground and tells the rest of the security, when he wakes up, tell him that Mr. Regal wants his answer for next week. And Samoa Joe instantly looks like a badass when provoked. So, expect more of this to come, I have a feeling, bros. And not gonna lie, I like Joe in this role. Backstage, we see Santos Escobar. He's coming for Bronson Reed because he squished him the first time. And last time he put him through a wall. He wants that North American Championship. We see something on the screen. Charging 1%. And then our next contest, the Cruiserweight Championship Open Challenge. Kushida versus a Performance Center wrestler, a new guy, Trey Baxter. And this kid, Trey Baxter, so impressive right out the gate. Really love these open challenges by Kushida. Trey Baxter did a few things that kind of reminded me of some Ricochet type moveset. But in the end, it was Kushida with the arm breaker, suplex off the rope, kicked his arm, locked in the hoverboard lock, and Trey Baxter had to tap. Kushida's your winner and still Cruiserweight Champion, but Kyle O'Reilly comes out during this match, and very impressed with Kushida. Kyle O'Reilly wants to challenge Kushida next week for his match. It won't be for the Cruiserweight Championship, but expect a banger of a match right there, bros. So, Kushida, newcomer Trey Baxter, Cruiserweight Open Challenge. Bros, we're going to give this one a 8.4 on the bro ratings. Moving on, we have Frankie Monet. And she heard that people want more Monet. So next week will be the encore performance. And then she says, wait a second, girls. And she sees Aaliyah and Jessie Kamea in backstage talking. And they all start talking about Robert Stone. Frankie Monet says, you know what? The two of you should have won that last tag team match before TakeOver. I believe it was against Zoe Stark and Shirai. But, you know what? Maybe you're listening to Robert Stone a little too much. Robert Stone comes out. He goes, oh, hey, Frankie. Hey, girls. And Frankie Monet goes, oh, hey, Robert. I was just telling the girls that they need to listen to you a little more often. Absolutely hilarious stuff. We're going to see where this develops with Frankie Monet, but she is a bona fide star in NXT, La Güera Loca. And coming up next, Mercedes Martinez is not done with Tian Sha. And if she gets a chance, she's going to knock Mei Ying right out of her chair. So we'll see what happens there. But in the meantime, check out this 1-minute figure review. Okay, bros, here's the figure we're going to be talking about this week. It is the NXT TakeOver Hideo Itami figure. That's right, Hideo Itami had a decent run in NXT. Most notably had a main TakeOver match against Aleister Black in Brooklyn. I was there. He is actually now really doing well in his career in New Japan Pro Wrestling as Kenta. But Hideo Itami was a staple in NXT for many years. He made his debut on September 11th, 2014. And as you can see here, bros, pretty awesome figure for NXT TakeOver Series. Hideo Itami. If you haven't seen him in NXT or New Japan Pro Wrestling, check him out. Now, back to me. And we're back! NXT action continues this week with an in-ring interview from the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. That's right. Money, 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 money. And L.A. Knight. Yeah. And $1 Million Man calls out L.A. Knight. He arrives in a fancy sports car, just walks right in the building, wearing nice red shoes, a nice red leather jacket, and he says from the bottom of his heart, this is truly an honor to accept this opportunity from one of his heroes growing up. He had a $1 Million Man action figure. He had a $1 Million Man action figure with the $1 Million belt on TV. Ted DiBiase was always on his TV, and this is truly an honor, and he was so thankful, so appreciative to be receiving this $1 Million Championship belt, and he would ask Ted DiBiase to present it to him which he gladly did. He said, "It would be my honor, son." Hands him the belt, and fireworks go off. He's posing with the belt, and he says, "You know what? Now that I've got everything I want, it's time to drop what I don't need." And he punches the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, knocks him out cold. He's kicking him. LA Knight's putting the boots to Ted DiBiase, and who comes out but Cameron Grimes to make the save. And he's going nuts. Clothesline, one after another, punching LA Knight. LA Knight gets up, and Cameron Grimes clotheslines him over the top, clears house. What a fantastic segment. Really dives into this true heel persona of L.A. Knight. He's fantastic. He beat up the old man, Ted DiBiase, but Cameron Grimes looking like $1 million going to the moon to make the save here. Good stuff here, bros, and this feud is obviously continuing as it should. So, with that being said, bros, this in-ring interview is going to get an 8.0 on the bro ratings. Moving on, we are now charging 11%. And then Ember and Shotzi are arguing with Raquel and Dakota before their match. Our next contest was tag team action. Raquel Gonzalez, Dakota Kai versus Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter. Pretty solid match between these two teams. All four competitors looked fantastic. Maybe some of the best stuff I've seen from Kacy and Kayden. So I think they've been obviously working on their craft, if you will. But in the end, it was Dakota Kai hitting the go-to kick, the GTK, on, I believe it was Kayden Carter for the 1, 2, 3. And clearly, they want a shot at Candice and Indy's women's tag team titles. So, with that being said, bros, we're going to give this match a 7.7 on the bro ratings. Moving on, we see that Ever-Rise, yeah, that's right, Ever-Rise rules. They're not too happy about how Hit Row destroyed their house on the pre-show at TakeOver. And guys from Ever-Rise said, "Yeah, Hit Row, couple of tough guys, right? Hit Row, couple of tough guys, huh? Well, look at this. We rebuilt our house, and we're coming for you, Hit Row." Ring the little doorbell. Absolutely hilarious. These Ever-Rise guys are fantastic. And now we're charging 21%. But good news is the Great American Bash is returning on Tuesday, July 6th. Our next in-ring segment is an in-ring interview by Io Shirai. Io Shirai says she's back in NXT, wants to regain her top spot, and Candice LeRae comes out and says, "You know what? It's back to the bottom for you. You have to earn your opportunities now." Well, Indy Hartwell attacks Io from behind. Then Io clears house momentarily until Io gets beat up by Candice and Indy. Until Zoe Stark makes the save here. And we can see this is clearly setting up a tag team match between these four. So, with this in-ring interview and segment, we're going to give this one a 7.0 on the bro ratings. Moving on, the Diamond Mine will be opening next week, so we'll see what that is all about. And backstage, Mackenzie Mitchell interviews Regal and Joe, but Johnny Gargano, Austin Theory interrupt, saying, Joe, this is great having Joe in NXT. I mean, William Regal's been going cuckoo bananas. I broke a pencil in Regal's face the other day, and he freaked out about that. You know, we need some law and order here in NXT. This is great. And Joe says, "You know what, Johnny? I need you to do me a big favor. Get out." And they go, "Oh, okay, all right, let's step away." Enter Pete Dunne, just stares down Samoa Joe. Not provoked yet. So we shall see where this goes. Hopefully in the coming months, we see an in-ring return, one more run. We need one more title run for Samoa Joe. In fact, he could be the one taking the title off of Karrion Kross. We'll see. And we go into our main event of the evening, the Tornado Tag Team match. Timothy Thatcher, Tommaso Ciampa versus the Grizzled young veterans, Zach Gibson and James Drake. And this was a wild match, as you can expect. Just anything goes. No tags necessary in this type of match. Everybody's hitting amazing moves. There are so many false finishes, so many close, near fall kickouts. I mean, I really didn't know which way this was going to go, bros, until towards the end. Zach Gibson gets taken out. Tommaso Ciampa takes out Drake. I believe he hit the Willow's Bell. Then they applied an arm breaker and ankle lock combo submission. James Drake taps out. Your winners, Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. That's right, Toothless Timmy, Old Man Champ are your winners, and this has to set them up for a tag team title shot against MSK. Give us that match, please, please. So, fantastic main event to NXT, bros. With that being said, we're going to give this one a 9.1 on the bro ratings. So that means that is your match of the night. By far, fantastic tag team match main eventing NXT this week. So, we had 7 matches or in-ring segments, and 7 is a magical number. I really like 6, but 7's good. Don't give me 8 or 9. 7 matches or in-ring segments, giving us an average bro rating of 7.99. Pretty solid week this week on NXT. So, here's some predictions. Oh boy. What's gonna happen next? That's what everybody wants to know. Predictions for next week. Well, Diamond Mine is gonna debut. I think it could be Arturo Ruas. He's got some MMA background. Could be Diamond Mine. And Frankie Monet in her second grand opening, or whatever you want to call it, she is going to defeat whoever they put out against her, because Frankie Monet, La Huera Loca, is a big-time star in NXT. And then, in individual competition, we have Adam Cole, baby, is going to defeat probably some bum. And in what should be a banger of a match, hopefully is the main event, Kyle O'Reilly versus Kushida. Your winner will be Kyle O'Reilly. Will win next week. So, thank you so much for watching, bros. I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. And we will see you next week. For some more.